Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Marvel Champions live stream. Woohoo! Excellent. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. What's up, Salsa? How you doing? Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. It is Friday, which is a very exciting statement to say. Oh, there's an altered card. Um, apparently we're mixing IPs today. But yeah, happy Friday, everybody. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone has a exciting weekend planned ahead of them. Anyone doing anything fun? What's up, DJ Stitch? How's life? I'm supposed to be getting my dishwasher today. We'll see if that's happened. Home Depot has missed 4 appointments now in a row. Don't have a lot of hope. This is the last one. If it's not coming today, we're asking for a full refund and going elsewhere because I'm never shopping at Home Depot again. It's been ridiculous. But that's why I've been not able to stream super much, because they keep telling me that, hey, they're going to come install my dishwasher. But I called 3 times yesterday and we finally got a confirmation that, yes, it is on the truck. I'll believe it when I see it. Planning on playing Champions. Perfect. Nice. Awesome. That's super exciting. Champions. I figured we'd break out Enchantress again. I have only played her a couple of times on stream, and so I figured, I was like, let's bring her back out. I got a couple comments saying, hey, we want some more Trickster takeover stuff, and so let's do it. And then I was like, you know what? I want to put some more reps in with Bucky Barnes, and so we're gonna, at least our first game, take a Bucky Barnes up against an Enchantress. And I know I need more reps because I'm like looking through these cards and I was like, oh yeah, I need to remember what these cards do. I feel like we've played a decent bit of aggression with Bucky, and I do like aggression, and I'm trying to figure out where we want to go. I was kind of thinking leadership. I don't know if I've tried a leadership Bucky anytime recently. I figured that would be kind of interesting to maybe go against his standard play style. Maybe use some allies as batteries, or just go full recursion and have like a chump block fest. So I think that's kind of where we're going, unless someone else has a super exciting idea to pitch. I think that's where we're going to go. Saturday, you're finishing Age of Apocalypse. Still waiting for my Arkham Asylum pledge for DC deck building. Nice. Age of Apocalypse. This is the first time you've played through AOA? Just want to drop this here. Last night I realized Godslayer may be some not so secret tech for Civil War strats. Interesting. Explain more. I'm not quite following. That's the +2 against a unique enemy, right? What's up, Wikipedia? Listening to your Cloak and Dagger reveal. That's right. We got 2 new cards for the channel to reveal. Cloak and Dagger. They're the 2 minions out of the, you guessed it, Cloak and Dagger that modular set that's coming to us in Civil War. Pretty interesting. Cloak and Dagger, after doing a little bit of the background research on like what they are and who they are, they're seems like kind of a sad story. Yeah, it's the first time because we only play 1 scenario per week. Nice. That's awesome. That's gonna be fun. I really like Apocalypse too. I think he's a really, really fun final cap. Every enemy in Civil War will be unique. That's true. Interesting. That's fun. Let me fix my chat here real quick because I forgot to switch it so that it's going to show YouTube comments. What's up, Gurisma? How you doing? Alrighty, that should be good now. So I think everybody's chat messages should show up. Congrats on the Cloak and Dagger reveal. So awesome. Hope you're doing. Thank you so very much, Mark. Hope you're doing fantastic. Finally got my hands on Trickster Takeover this week. We walked stage 1 Enchantress and lost game 1. Got hit by 18. Oh geez, 18 in a single turn is bananas. Got high boost schemes. Then we both got hit with Advance. High boost again. Oh geez. Yeah, well, better luck. Hopefully it's a little bit less swingy for you next time. But dang, that's tough. Godslayer gives bonuses against unique enemies, so every basic attack Uh, every first attack, because my biggest issue with Godslayer is that it's exhaust. You have to exhaust Godslayer to use it, and so I feel like it's a little bit overcosted for that cost because you're only getting +2 per turn. Now, if it was just +2 against unique enemies, I think it'd see a lot more play, or like a way to ready it somehow. I think that'd be kind of cool. That could probably get broken. Maybe not. I mean, like there's not a ton of heroes that ready. No, I feel like it would just kind of get it, kind of in that niche of cards where it's like good for a lot of heroes, but not going in every deck, right? Because like 3 for a +2 seems about on curve. We have combat training at +2, and then they've announced the new, like, I don't quite remember what the cards are, but it's like +1 attack, +3 hit points for 3. So I think that's probably right around the same cost, especially with that qualifier in there that it has to be a unique enemy. With the background research you did on Cloak and Dagger, they make them into playable heroes. Do you think there'll be enough to be 2 separate hero kits? They'd be a 2-hero combo. I feel that's interesting. I would go 2 separate heroes. They're not. I mean, like they're nice and balanced. I think it'd be kind of interesting to do 2 separate heroes that are very tied to each other, like where they have signature team up cards in the kit, and then they kind of rely on the ally version of the opposite. So Cloak would rely on Dagger's ally version a lot, and then you can sub that out if you're playing in multiplayer. But yeah, I could see them doing one kit for the both of them, just because that would be kind of unique and a little bit of a different design direction that they could go. But I think I could see them doing one kit per Honey Badger style. Yeah, that'd be cool. The amount of defenders in these sets, do you think we're going to see a defenders? I hope so. Probably not this year, but I'm hoping 2026. That would be pretty good. Does Agent Venom let you ready weapons? He can. He has locked and loaded, which allows you to ready weapons. He does have 3 weapons in his kit, so you need to run like a side holster to throw that extra weapon in there for the 4th slot. But yeah, that could work. Yeah, lock and loaded would be able to ready them up. And then lock and loaded also readies Agent Venom. So like you have like a attack with Godslayer for +2 and the pistols. So it'd be +4 if you attack. Then you lock and load, you get to ready Agent Venom and all of your weapons as well, and you can do it for +4 more. So that'd be 8. That'd be 12 attack just off of lock and load. That'd be kind of cool. I'm saying lock and load. I meant run and gun. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Prime Firepower Hero Venom is? Hoping the encounter sets this box aren't their answer to catch all hero catch up without making them playable. I doubt they are. I doubt it is. Nice. Alrighty, let's build a leadership. I'm kind of feeling a I want to have leadership enable what Bucky wants to do. I think, Get Up in Game, a great content creator. He explained leadership because we talked a lot back when I was just getting into the game. Talked about leadership being the aspect that helps enable the hero to do what the hero wants to do within their own kit. And so I think that's kind of how we're going to lean into this a little bit, is try and find cards like White Tiger, like Maria Hill, things like that are going to help us get some of that card advantage, chump block for us, and then we can really sink our teeth into Bucky's kit. I think that would be kind of cool. So with that, let's go ahead and grab a White Tiger. Let's go ahead and grab a Ant-Man. Stinger is always fairly good. Just a 1 resource chump block. Where is Maria? Where did I put Maria? Right there. Okay. Those are the ones that we're at least going to grab. I can't play Stinger. I'm not an Avenger. Get out of here, Stinger. I don't need you. I like Falcon for firepower with pulse. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. What's up, Levi? How you doing? White Wolf is... I like White Wolf. I think White Wolf and Nova is a lot of fun. Not necessarily where we're going this deck build. What mechanics do you see being added to the game in the future? I could see them card types that have to be attacked when destroyed. And oh yeah, like I think I saw somebody do a custom card that was like a training dummy. It was basically a player minion that you went out there and then you got a benefit whenever you took them out. I think the main thing that we are missing that we've seen both in a little bit in Lord of the Rings, it works a little bit differently in Lord of the Rings, but we've seen it in Arkham, are dual aspect cards. I think that's probably something that we'll see fairly soon. So like a leadership aggression card and that kind of stuff. So I think if I had to guess, that would probably be where we are headed soonish. Let's grab a Panther. Excited to get my copy of Trickster and CW. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're getting Civil War this weekend? Nice. It got delayed until October here in the States. Bummer. That's awesome. That's super fun. Let's go ahead and grab our doubles. Let's grab Make the Call. We're going to be doing some recursion here. Rapid response. Let's go practice plan as well with the rapid response. These are P's. Got rapid response. I'll go 2 copies of rapid response there. I don't think we need any other thing. What's up, JF? How you doing? What's up? Wikipedia, I've been enjoying power and diversity in Exmoor. Oh, Children of the Atom? Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Oh, sick. Yeah, that's super fun. We are running the Frost Giants modular set, so it is I think a step up. Actually, no, it is a step up in terms of difficulty versus the Trickster Magic. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Trickster Magic. I think Trickster Magic is a little bit on the easier side of things. And so I wanted to run Frost Giants, kind of elevate that. It gives us some minions to kind of punch at. You don't want to get... Wait, what? Oh, receiving a copy of Civil War tomorrow. Still not allowed to post content to the box like they say in the Facebook group. I don't know. I don't know the rules there, but my assumption would be that it would be okay because it's out. It sounds like it's being released in other countries early. So I don't know why we would dictate what can and can't be posted based on one country. I don't know. That may be a question you can ask like mods there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 5. Let's have Widow. What does Widow do here? After you play Black Widow from your hand, return an attack event from your discard pile to your hand. Nice. The other thing that I want to do is I want to go Winter Soldier, Widow, Spy. I'm going to take a look at that because you can grab that card specifically with Black Widow, which I think is a kind of fun combo. Where are we at? So put a preparation upgrade from your discard pile into play, deal 4 damage to an enemy. Beautiful. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so Winter, Widow, Soldier, Spy. We can go grab a... We can play Black Widow. We can play Winter, Widow, Soldier, Spy. Then recur rapid response. That's cool. Nice. That's awesome. That's super awesome. I'm not jealous. You're jealous. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and grab... We got resource generators. What about... What is that? What about... Not basic spell. Multi-talented. Where are you? It's the 3-cost card. Multi-talented. If you paid for this event using a physical, mental, or lightning, you get to do some stuff. But because we are using Our arm can be a wild resource. Multi-talented seems kind of interesting. Has anyone tried multi-talented with Bucky? Made a Peter Parker Justice deck all about swift retribution to combo with great responsibility. Oh, nice. Uncle Ben made a deck. Nice. I feel like multi-talented. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's run 2 copies of multi-talented. I feel like that's a nice flexible option for us. Good morning, Nate. How you doing? Got 2, 4. Nope. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 6 cards left. I'm trying to think of where we want to take the deck. It would be nice to have. Let's get a blocking bird just because we. She's steady though. It's kind of lame. Ooh. We're still gonna go with an X just because we do have Confused in our own kit. Ooh. What about Captain America's shield? Let's try it. I have not tried Captain America's shield before, so let's go ahead and try Captain America's shield with Bucky. I haven't tried, so that sounds cool. Oh yeah, Bucky leadership. Yeah, we're gonna try it. I also made a multiplayer Quicksilver Aggression Minion Hoarder deck, which allows him to play Bring It for a board size cycle. Oh, sick. That's cool. Oh, that's fun. That's really cool. Yeah, Captain America's shield with Falcon is a ton of fun, especially if you are able to like recur draw their fire and be able to use that retaliate 1+1 defense. Never got to deal the damage. Oh, like the action to pop it back. Yeah. We go strengthen numbers. We could go clarity of purpose. Clarity of purpose is kind of interesting just to get another resource generator out here. And it's a wild resource. Let's go clarity of purpose. It's a wild resource generator for multi-talenteds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 4 card slots left. Mission leader. We'll grab mission leader. We are a soldier, so we can get that discount on mission leader to play it. Don't think we need a team training. I don't see them being alive for super duper long. Mass attack, Cersei, flying formation. Got 3 cards left. We could go with just beat Loki with Thor last night. It's such a fun matchup. I think this Trickster pack is an 8 out of 10. Nice. The card draw for Quicksilver leadership with strength the numbers to play for. Nice. Falcon is such a must-have hero. He is so good at multiplayer. It's so much fun. I love his protection build. I played Falcon in the massive multiplayer Trickster Takeover at Gen Con. It was a blast. I had so much fun. First Hulkling deck I'm gonna build would be perfect defense. Yeah. Yeah, Levi, I know that at least in the United States, they will get the boxes. A lot of the local game stores will get the boxes a couple of days early, but then they have a street date that they have to honor. But I believe that street date is regional. So like now that street date is like October, mid-October for the United States, but that would be different elsewhere. Oh, using the helicarrier and clarity to pay for the shield. That's fun. Let's try that. Let's try a helicarrier. Let's bring in Nick and Papa. We're in a Captain Marvel leadership deck. Oh, 5 and 6 cost allies playing Go Down Swinging or Noble Sacrifice. Oh, that's fun. That's really cool. Yeah, I like Captain Marvel leadership is surprisingly like just absurdly good in multiplayer and in true solo, but multiplayer very very good. Street has become regional because some country states get it faster than others, and I would assume that we would start to see more and more of a delay in the states as compared to the rest of the world. So I would not be surprised if this is kind of the new normal going forward, mainly just because it's really hard to import stuff now. Question for you about Trickster Takeover. The first pack I've skipped. Still on the fence for it at lower player counts. What's your thoughts? I think it's good. I like both of them, both Loki and Enchantress. I think I like Enchantress a little bit more. I think the modular set is pretty fun. I wish it had more mod sets, but no, I like them. I like them. I will be interested to see this. No, I believe I've played Enchantress with a Thunderbolt mod set in there before, but I think this is gonna be the first kind of time I've played Enchantress with non-trickster magic, non-super OP Thunderbolt set, where it's kind of a higher end challenge mod set. So I'll be interested to see there how she plays in comparison, because I feel like with Trickster Magic she felt a little bit easier than I thought, but I think that was Trickster Magic rather than Enchantress. Using Thor and Justice to take Nemesis Loki and make him your ally with the Justice side scheme. That's cool. Yeah, because that's even the art on Show of Empathy, right? That's cool. There's also the localization aspect. Localized in Spanish and German, always release faster. That is interesting. I didn't know that. So Enchantress has steady and toughness. She has win revealed, but it's only a win revealed in standard mode. We have to put the side scheme that we set aside out of play called Future of Despair into play, and we'll do that when we flip her into stage 3. She has a forced response that says after she attacks you, you place a charm counter on the enchantment side, enchantment card in your play area. We're starting out on 1A, which is prime real estate. We set the Future of Despair side scheme aside, attach a random hypnotic gaze to each identity. We cannot look at the reverse side, and then we set the rest of them aside. So we have 5 of these. We don't get to look at the other side. We'll roll a dice. 2. This is ours. We set these aside. Do you have plans to do another hero or villain ranking? I that is something that I will be working on. Yeah, I haven't done a ton of videos recently, but when I do get the time to do those again, yeah, I'll do at least another hero ranking. I guess I could do a villain ranking. Recently thinking about the King pack. Now that I'm more experienced with the game since I played it, I feel like King is a good deck tester. Yeah, King's a big. It's a longer scenario for sure. Prime real estate. When a charm counter would be placed on the enchantment card in your play area, if your identity has the enthrall trait, which means that we flip this over, place a threat here instead. We scheme out at 6. Starts with 1. And when Enchantress attacks us, we place a counter. But if we've already flipped, we place a threat. So it is a scenario that does require a little bit of tempo. We can't just sit and build, because once we do flip into Enthralled, a lot of our encounter cards get a little bit, or not a little bit, they get worse, potentially doubly so. Like there are some where it's like if you choose an option, but if you have the Enthrall trait, you have to do both options. So yeah, which may be worth. Does he have the spy? He does not have the spy trait. I'm shocked Omega Reg doesn't have an encounter yet. Really like a Weapon X expansion and an Onslaught. If they ever did X-Men again, that'd be cool. The second stage of him has player separate, which is basically a temporary solo mode. Final stage teaches you how to handle your nemesis. Yeah. Web Warrior and Villain Theory villain ranking video worth the 4 hours. Nice. Yeah, I think we did a hero ranking, or I did a hero ranking with Web Warrior. That was fun. All right, we get 6 cards. 2, 4, 6. We have a cybernetically enhanced action to spend a resource to search your deck and discard power for set of cybernetic arm and put it into play. Silent Infiltration, Electrical Discharge, Metal Punch, Arm Block, Captain America. Let's go. I think we're gonna go Captain America. Use this physical for the Metal Punch to get that. It would be nice. We're gonna keep Ant-Man. We'll mulligan 3. It would be cool to have a Silent Infiltration, but I think we're going to see if we can get any more build. There's an energy. That's kind of nice. Another Metal Punch and a Multi-Talented. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and spend a Multi-Talented to go find our Cybernetic Arm and put it into play. This says that we can generate a wild resource for an attack event. That attack event deals 1 additional damage, which is cool. I think a yearly ranking might be better for stuff released for the year instead of adding it to the rest. That's true. But it's kind of fun to do them all at the same time, though. Alrighty. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and flip up to Winter Soldier. We're going to play Captain America. We're going to exhaust the shield, spend a Metal Punch to add Captain America's shield to my hand. I'm going to use Metal Punch to play Captain America's shield. That gives us +1 defense and retaliate 1. Which I don't know how much we're going to be using this game because we're not really defending for ourselves. We're kind of relying on chump blockers to do that. But we can then use this action where we spend that physical resource, find Captain America's shield, add it to your hand. If in it left play, we get to deal 4 damage. So we're kind of throwing that shield at something, which is kind of cool. And we'll energy for an Ant-Man. Ant-Man will take here. And then Bucky will go ahead and knock the tough. All right. Stand up. Five cards, we got Electrical Discharge, Strength, Arm Block. Arm Block. Might as well, right? Metal Punch and Rapid Response. Yeah, might as well go with the Arm Block, and then we can Metal Punch to Captain America's shield and throw some damage. That seems kind of cool. So we're going to go 1 here. Enchantress is going to attack us for 2 plus a boost card. When an enemy attacks, we're going to Cybernetic Arm to play an Arm Block. When an enemy attacks, deal 3 damage to it. It's actually 4 because we increased this by 1, and this is an attack defense. So we're going to go down to 12 to pay for this. If you use it to pay for this event, prevent all damage. It's going to be 2, 3. We take no damage. The retaliate 1 will knock Enchantress down 1. And then we add a charm counter to our Hypnotic Gaze based off her force response. The Korean counter set only has, oh, interesting, like soldier traded things. That's cool. Magical Restraints. Your identity has the Defiant trait. Choose one. If your identity has the Enthralled trait, do both in any order. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where once we do flip this into Enthralled, things get bad. So you are stunned, place a charm counter, or we are confused, place a charm counter. Let's go ahead and confuse ourselves. Yeah, we'll confuse ourselves. Okay, and it's our turn. Let's go ahead and exhaust and spend this Metal Punch to return Captain America's shield to our hand and deal 4 damage to Enchantress, taking her down to 7. I will use a Strength to play a Rapid Response, and then we'll use a Electrical Discharge to play Captain America's shield here. I'm going to go ahead and Basic Thwart to remove my Confuse. Enchantress down to 7 on turn 2 feels fairly good. We're pretty built out. We'll chump block here unless we grab another arm block. I think we only have 2 in our deck, so I don't think we'll actually have an arm block coming up. So we'll chump. I'm not going to trigger Rapid Response because Ant-Man comes in and dies again immediately. But hopefully we'll draw some new allies in this hand. We got Senior, Silent Infiltration, Winter's Mask, Practice Plan, and a Sun Nick Fury. Interesting. All right. Add 1. Enchantress will block with Ant-Man. It's going to be 2. 3. If it's attacking and it deals damage to a character, stun that character. Well, Ant-Man, you're stunned in the discard pile now. And we will add a counter. Once we have 5, we are currently at 3. We'll flip this. Counter card, Dark Designs. Here we go. I am assuming we will pop this. It's going to be 2. 2. I don't like 6. 6 is too low in Drusilla, but here we are. When revealed, the Crown of Enchantress attachment isn't placed on each identity. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Crown of the Enchantress and reveal it. She now has Stalwart. After Enchantress schemes against you, place 1 charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area. Each player exhausts their identity and takes 1 damage to discard this card. Dabbling with Hulk. Not every hero. There's gonna be a couple that he can't. Like, I don't think he can really rush Collector 2. There's a couple of like alternate win conditions, but like any normal hero, I would say yes. I'm trying to think. For heroes, and rush is in like 3-turn rush. There are villains like Hela. Yeah, Hela's a good one that you can't. Yeah, Hela's a good one where you can't rush it. Batroc potentially is one that you can't really rush it. Apocalypse. Yep, Apocalypse is another good one where it has like multiple stages, where it feels more like a quest. But yeah, I think for pretty much every quote normal villain, yeah, he can rush it. Do we drop everything for Nick Fury? Yeah, we do. Let's play Nick Fury. We'll draw 3 cards. We got Kalu, Genius, and a Multi-Talented. Let's use a Genius to play a Kalu. We'll search the top 5 cards of our deck for an event. You're kidding, right? Oh my gosh, we whiffed on the event. That's sad. Bummer. Magneto as well. Yeah, Magneto's tough to rush. If the game got put away after attacking. Yeah, there you go. Nice. That's funny. We have a Multi-Talented. We have a Nick. We have a Kalu. We have a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's go Nick and Kalu for 3 to take us down to 4. Also, I can never not think of like the kid show Kalu whenever I play Kalu here. So we take him down to 4. We're going to exhaust Captain America's shield, spin Multi-Talented to pull this back to our hand and deal 4 damage to Enchantress. And then we'll Lethal Protector to remove 2 threat from the main. And then Enchantress moves to stage 2. Or stage 3. Steady and Toughness. She comes in with 18 hit points. Put the set aside Future of Despair into play and place 4 additional threat on it. So it's going to come in with 6. Place Enchantress gains Stalwart and cannot take damage. Place a charm counter on each enchantment card in play. And then this has 6 on it. And she's a 3/2. Actually, yeah, she is a 3/2. There is no point in flipping. Actually, I could get rid of the crown. I'm trying to figure out if I want to get rid of the crown and flip down. I mean, like, we lose a Nick Fury block, but we save the Hypnotic Gaze for a turn. That's probably worth it, right? Probably. I think we're just gonna go for it. I think what we're gonna do is we're going to rapid response Nick back in because we should draw a second rapid response with Nick. We'll have 8 cards in hand. We cannot do that if we're in alter ego, so we might as well. Also, we might as well stay up. Just take the hit on Hypnotic Gaze. Let me finish that sentence. I don't believe there's a way to remove any Hypnotic Gaze encounters. No, I don't think so. The other thing that I did not realize is you can use Captain America's shield as a resource because Captain America says that you find it. So you can find it from your discard pile and pull it back. You don't get to the damage, but you can use this as a resource to do whatever you want. That's pretty cool. I don't think I ever conceptualized that. Let's go ahead and knock the tough here. And then let's stand up. We're going to hold on to the shield, I guess. We've got Black Panther, Make the Call, Winter Rifle, and a Black Widow. Nice. Add a threat here. Chantress is going to attack us for 2 plus a boost. We'll block with Fury. +2. We'll rapid response Nick back in. And we'll draw 3 cards. 1, there's the rapid response. 2, and a practice plan. And a winter armor. Nice. The last counter is placed here. So your identity gains the enthrall trait. When revealed, you are confused. Yeah, I am. Otherwise, take 2 damage. We have to exhaust this card, draw a card, then play that card, paying its cost. If you cannot, we have to take a damage. Now, that is a forced action, meaning that we have to do it. It's a new action type in this pack. Counter card, Evil Alliance. We're getting our Nemesis. Yikes. Come on, give me a quick strike. Crossbones does have quick strike. That's beautiful. We'll block with Nick. Attacks and defeats an ally. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. That's probably worth it. We've got Hydra Hit Squad. Each Hydra minion gets +1 attack and +2 hit points. Player defeated the scheme searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and reveals it. That comes in with 3. Gross. Alrighty. So Nick is donezo. Crossbones coming in, hitting us for 3. We do have a Trance of Greed. I think when you have this forced action, you kind of have to just play it, right? Tried to do a 2-handed play of Arkham Horror, and I just couldn't. Comfortability with Marvel Champions, similarities that I've made me feel a conflicted understanding. Yeah, there's a lot going on in Arkham Horror, especially when you are so invested in one game. Oh, Enchantress can't take damage. So I guess I will have thwarted here instead. I don't think I realized that. I was trying to figure out if I could just rush her down. I don't know if I can. Alrighty. Let's Trance of Greed. Draw a card, and then we have to play this card. So let's use a Panther, Armor, and a practice plan to play the Helicarrier. If we play Widow and we go get big attack, the 3-cost attack, we got Metal Punch at 1, 2, 3. We could play the Metal Punch and take out Crossbones, which feels pretty decent. We could also make the call for Nick again. How many make the calls have we seen? We've seen 1, and I think we put 3 in there. We should see another before, so we have, yeah, we're good. We have the right number of cards that if we see a make the call, we can hit Nick back into play before we cycle the deck, so we should be good. Who is my favorite hero? Shuri. I really like Shuri. I play Marvel Champions quick and snappy, and I do 2-handed. Experience with Arkham Horror. Yeah. Oh yeah? What's up? So let's go ahead and play Widow. Widow's going to grab us Metal Punch. Wait, we have a Metal Punch in our hand. No, we grabbed that earlier because I had the exact right amount of resources to deal with it. Okay. Cybernetic Arm, Helicarrier, and the Shield will play a Metal Punch. Will deal 8 damage to Crossbone. Since we use the Shield, it has Overkill, but Enchantress cannot take damage. So we don't actually deal the damage there. We'll use our Lethal Protector to remove 2 threat from here, and then Black Widow will go ahead and Thwart to remove that from here. Okay. Winter Soldier will go ahead and knock the tough. Kalu's going to hang out because Kalu is going to take a hit like a champ. And let's stand up. We got Clarity of Purpose, Mission Leader, Safe House 30, X, and there's that Make the Call. Perfect. Go 1. We'll block with Kalu on an attack of 2, 4. It's going to take Kalu out. Since we are enthralled, we place a threat here. And now we're going to lose to a Dark Designs. Exhaustion, Surge, exhaust our hero. Master Plan. All right, we got 4 on Hydra Hit Squad. I wasn't 100% sure if I was ever going to touch that, so now we know. Ignore it. So I picked a ring finally. Nice. Got the date set for December 10th. Nice. Friend to put pressure on setting up their birthdays date so I can coordinate with everyone involved. That's awesome. Congratulations, dude. That's amazing. 2, 4, 5. Okay, let's go Trance of Greed. It is a Make the Call. Alrighty. Who do we want to make the call? I'm guessing Nick. Just because Nick seems good here. Yeah, let's make the call on Nick. Okay. So we've got Make the Call. X. That's 2. 3. And let's go Mission Leader for 4 to pull in Nick Fury. Nick Fury enters play. We will draw 3 cards. We got Hill, White Tiger, Winter, Widow, Soldier, Spy. We just decked out. Oh, I am exhausted. Stupid exhaustion. Also got the restaurant owner to let me hide in the kitchen, and when they bring our food out, they will forget something. And I'll bring it. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's amazing. December 10th. I'll be here before you know it. That's super fun. That's amazing. That's super fun. Okay. We're gonna Helicarrier Clarity. I'm going to Clarity to take a damage. Winter, Maria, and a White Tiger to draw 3 cards. Winter Armor, Energy, and a Genius. Beautiful. I also don't have Retaliator +1 right now. I'm going to go 2, 4, 6 to clear this down. Then we will use a energy to play a Winter Armor. So that's going to give me 3 hit points and Steady. What does the shield do again? It gives you +1 defense as well as retaliate, but then also Captain America's shield, if you spend this, or if you spend a physical resource, you find it and add it to your hand. If it left play, you deal 4 damage to an enemy. Currently have the ring hidden in your Marvel Champions Mutant Genesis box. Nice. that we have wall mounted with all of our scenario boxes and framed hero art. That's good. That's good. I proposed to my now wife on a trip that we took, and I had her carry the ring in her bag because we like backpacked. Had her carry her ring in the bag the entire trip, and I proposed for like a weekend. It was fun. Alrighty, stand up. We have a Nick Fury block now. We are fully set up. I'm gonna hold the Genius. I'm hoping that we get we have 18 damage to go through. We got it. That's just like that's 2 and change arm or blast or whatever. Ant-Man, Kalu. Hey, there's the shield. Silent infiltration 2, 4, 5. I'm gonna go 1 block with Nick plus 2. It's gonna take Nick out. And we add 1 here. We got 2 cards. The first one being attach your identity. As a forced action, exhaust this card, place a charm counter on the card in here, ready your identity. Oh, that's kind of cool. We can exhaust this card as an alter ego action to discard the card. Okay. And then attach your identity. Another forced action. Exhaust this card, place a charm counter on the card here, play a card from your hand, reducing its resource cost by 1. As an alter ego action, you can... I think this is just such a cool design space. Also, is it becoming like fall for y'all? Because it's gotten like chilly around here. In the best sense of the word. The weather has been absolutely perfect. I got a big bike ride tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain in the morning, which is annoying. I ordered a water so on my bike. I have like a bag that sits kind of like right behind my handlebars. And I thought it was waterproof. It is not. And so I ordered a waterproof bag, but it's not in. So I'm hoping that it's not too heavy of rain. But I love, this is like my favorite time of year, especially to go riding, because it's like 70 degrees and it's just like nice, crisp and chill. But yeah. Leaves falling, yeah. I was going to hide the ring outside the house because I usually can't keep myself from spoiling the surprise early, but I've been planning on working towards this since like May. Yeah. Okay, you got this. Tripped earlier, fall is definitely here. Nice. Okay, so I think the first thing that we want to do is this top one. We have to do these force actions, so let's do them here. So this top one will play the top card of the deck, which is Nick Fury Sr. Okay, so let's go. I guess what I should have done, I would have done Helicarrier first based on like the way that the actions. Actually, I probably wouldn't have, because if it was a 0-cost card, I would not have done that. Okay, so Clarity of Purpose will take a damage. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Nick Fury Sr. When Nick Fury Sr. enters play, we can remove 3 threat, draw 2 cards. We'll draw 2 cards. Got Rapid Response and a Safe House 30. Nice. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and punch here for 2. I'm going to do this, which is going to add a threat to the main. And readies our identity. And then we're going to go ahead and do this, add a threat to the main, and then play a card reducing its resource cost by 1. This time I would have Helicarrier to play a Rapid Response here. Cool. Where I live is a lake with a sandbar island. I plan to hide a note. Will you marry me on it? In a jar and drop it in the water and guide her to find... Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I love that. That's so cute. I love it. It's amazing. Okay. Chantress has 16 health. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or do we want to manage threat? Let's go Safe House 30 to play the shield. Let's just get that onto the table. Let's do a Kalu. Or let's go White Tiger to thwart 2 here. And then we got a Kalu, or an Ant-Man, sorry, with 1 Pim counter on him. Senior, let's go ahead and punch Enchantress, taking her down to 14. We'll use Winter Soldier to take her down to 12. We will have Widow go ahead and thwart this down. Because I think at this point, let me think about this out loud. We've lost exhaustion. We do have like frozen and stuff, so there are ways that we can be exhausted. But if we miss those cards, we are at 2, 4 because we're going to chump block with Senior. So we do have a 2 attack here. That's 4, taking Enchantress down to 8, meaning that if we draw a Metal Punch, we win the game. So I think leaving this here. Now there's a lot of things that could go wrong there. That's fine. We could rapid Nick Senior back in just for 2 more cards, just in case we don't see that Metal Punch. We also have a shield. Yeah, we have decent damage. We have decent damage. So let's go ahead and stand up here. We've got Mission Leader, Arm Block. That also works. Make the call. Metal Punch. There's the GGs right there. Alrighty. So we have a Metal Punch, which is 8 damage with the arm. We have Nick Fury Sr. blocks the attack here. We have Ant-Man for 2. Then we have a physical for a shield toss, just in case we do need to lose Ant-Man or something. So we should be fine. Let's see what the cards bring us. We got 1 here. Enchantress will block with Nick. Choose either place a charm counter or confuse your identity. We are confused, so we'll place a charm counter here. Nick leaves play, and we place a charm counter that takes us up to 3. Then our counter is spell shards take 3 indirect damage. If your identity took any amount of damage this way, place 1 charming counter on the enchantment card in your play area. All right, we're going to go down to 9. And then we'll add a threat here. And we should be good. We got Cybernetic Arm, Make the Call, and Black Panther to play Metal Punch for 8. So takes us down to 4. And then let's Captain America Cinematic Moment this thing. Let's exhaust Captain America, spend a Mission Leader, return the shield to our hand, 4 damage to Enchantress. GG's. Yeah, Winter Soldier is really good. I do like his playstyle. I felt like we didn't really even see any of the Frost Giant cards, though we did see a higher like distribution of the Enchantress cards, and I think the Enchantress cards can be fairly mean. So yeah, nice. That was good. Winter Soldier's fun. Winter Soldier is a ton fun. Ton fun. Nice. Long story, but her and I were married and divorced twice in 2 years. It was a roller coaster. I regret not doing it right, so I praise your efforts. Nice. I hate technology. Yes. I wish Winter Soldier had a nemesis called Summer Sniper or Autumn Commando. The Summer Pacifist. My mother wanted to name me Winter Hawk as my middle name. My brother's name is Sun. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Sundance is Winter Hawk and Sundance. Those are fun names. Have you seen a good Silk Aggression deck? I've played Silk Aggression. I'm down to let's try Silk Aggression. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's play some more games. So Silk Aggression, we can go like I really like her minion summoning, minion slaying type archetype build with Silk. So that's a good amount of fun. Who do we want to fight? Do we want to go with Spring Scout? Yes. We want to go with Loki, and we want to go somewhere else with Loki. Would kind of be fun with a minion summoner because you can summon all the minions that like have wind defeated effects, which could be kind of cool. I do really like the forced actions. I think that's a cool mechanic. And like it is good, but it can be bad type like balance that they strike. I think that's fun. Look, it would be fun. I want to see if fluid motion would work. Fluid motion is a little tricky. Let's see if we can make it work. We'll build the deck as a core minion summoner slayer type situation, but based on what the deck starts to look like, we may be able to pull a fluid motion in there. Fluid motion can be really tough though. Does she doesn't have a ton of like low cost attack events, does she? Can you make Nebula work? Dude, I love Nebula. Seems like Justice is the only way to make her techniques work. Nebula, I will say Nebula is just so much better multiplayer. Just so much better in my multiplayer. And so I really like her in leadership. That's a lot of fun. Can't stop thinking about what you mentioned earlier about dual aspect card. What's my best Nick Fury deck? Ooh. My camera's doing the focus thing. Turn that off and turn it back on. 4, 6, 8, 10. My best Nick Fury deck. I really like the multi-attacks with Nick where you can spin that threat to... I don't know if it's the best deck, but I enjoy the deck where it's like multi-attacks and stuff like that. Fluid motion with Hawkeye. Yeah, that's cool. But then you don't get to shoot multiple arrows because you have to exhaust Hawkeye. I guess you could run like the Earth's Mightiest Avengers route though. That could work. You go EMH to ready Hawkeye so that you can shoot his bow multiple times and then swing in. I love Hawkeye and Repurpose. What's the name of the deck? I don't really have a name for the deck. I don't even know if I've put it online anywhere. Sorry. All right, cool. I'm going to go grab Silk. I'll be right back. See you soon. I forgot how much stuff there is to set up for this. So we got Loki, God of Lies, which is our new Loki from the Trickster Takeover pack set up. So we got that coming in. So yeah, it's fun. You've seen War Machine? He seems way too simple. Oh, I love War Machine. War Machine is like Shuri, where he kind of looks very simple, and then like the amount of deck building that you're able to pull off, especially with like a full card pool, especially with like these new shield cards, like he's got some really cool like combos. Float Like a Butterfly is classic because he has that like a confused lock. I love his Ready for a Fight build. His Ready for a Fight build is silly with his upgraded chassis. That's fun. But yeah. Where was I? Oh, modular set. What mod set do we want to run here? I want to try and avoid Trickster Magic. I feel like we've done that. And I want to try and throw something in here that has some decent amount of minions. War Machine was at like the bottom of my list, and then as we got more and more cards, he's steadily moved up. But I'm pretty sure there's a Lady Deathstrike. Oh, yikes! I love it. Yeah, War Machine was at the bottom of my list, and I think there's probably a ranking video out there where I have him probably in the bottom 3. He's not there anymore. Ooh, Akaba. Earthborn Rangers question. I finally got the entire collection. How do you organize it? Seems like it can fit all in the boxes provided. I have yet to unbox the new stuff. I do have the new Kickstarter that just got sent out. I have not unboxed it yet, but I think it would fit in the core box. Iceman has the ice trait. Yeah. Mostly for theme, and then team building exercise is really good with him because he can play like all of his cards using team building exercise because he shares the ice trait. Say Clan Akaba. That sounds fun. Oh yeah, with the permanent side scheme. Yeah, that sounds fun. I like it. The Carnage scenario is really cool. I get that, but I don't see how I'm having the ice trade does anything. It opens up like theme, right? Like why do people have the Wakanda trait? Right? So, yeah, team building exercise. That's like the mechanical interaction, but then we have like Space Knight. That's a theme that doesn't have anything. I think we have King on T'Challa that doesn't do anything mechanically. I think it's mainly just for flavor. And also like they can print cards later that can tie into it. I'm trying to think of what are cards that are traits that didn't have any synergy, but then they printed cards later that gave them synergy. Hey, Steve, you're a new player. Welcome. Hope you're excited you're here. One thing that has been a letdown is older hero packs and expansions are unavailable. Yep. Like the Red Skull one. Do you think they'll ever come back? I do not have a huge amount of optimism that they're going to come back. We have been told that they are going to be redoing a lot of the older heroes. And so that is kind of my guess is how they are going to be getting like some of those more iconic characters like a Captain America back into the game. Leadership Iceman. Sometimes see how much damage you can dish out with the redding of his snow. Dude, I love snow cones. Snow cones are so good. Gamma kind of. It feels like super obvious. I guess Shield. Shield's a big one, right? Because Natasha had Shield before any Shield card was printed. Yeah, I guess I guess that seems like a decent one. She was printed with spy cards, and so spy is not one. Did Wanda come with mystic cards? Did Scarlet Witch come with spiritual meditation? I think she did, but did Strange come with spiritual meditation? He came with Sorcerer Supreme. Never had anything for X Factor. Phantom Crew. Is that a Star Wars Rebels reference? Hawkeye. Oh, yeah. Gambit had Thief. Yep. Thief is one. Yeah. Any theories on the next wave? Probably Fantastic Four. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I meant your username, the Phantom Crew. Or if it is a multiple man reference, I don't get it. Yeah, they never had anything for X Factor. I guess the only thing would be Children of the Atom. Your name, kind of. Nice. Children of the Atom can give multiple man the X-Men and X-Force trait. I don't know if that's worth anything. I don't understand how Wanda gets Ariel. Does she have Ariel? Nebula's Outcast. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Okay. That's a fun one. That's cool. Let's build Silk. So we have got minion slaying. Let's do it. So let's grab our staples for minions. We got Throg, we got Angela. We want the minions. Bring them on. So Throg gets a tough status card whenever he enters play and there's a minion already in play. Angela can summon minions. Spider-Girl can stun and confuse minions. Also just a 2-cost aggression card, which is aggression ally, which is even better. Outlaw, yeah. Caliban I missed that Caliban had X Factor. That's kind of funny. Sunfire seems good. Loki has attachments. Yeah, Loki has attachments that we can get rid of. So Sunfire seems pretty decent. Or hear me out on this. Run Web Warriors with Spider-Woman. I think there may be room to do it all. Let's get greedy here. Let's go Spider-Woman. Let's run basic Web Warriors and see what that can do for us. Because I think that would be kind of fun. We grab Web Warriors. So when Spider-Man is after a Web Warrior ally, including this one, enters play, deal a damage to an enemy, and so we can set it up to start taking them out, and like with just like our basic attacks, fueling up Hall of Heroes, which is a card we should grab. But we got Spider-Man, Hobie, Madam Web, Ghost Spider, Otto, Spider. We go Scarlet Spider or no? Let's hold off on Scarlet and Spider Pig. Let's grab Across the Spider-Verse because that's our recursion. And Web of Life and Destiny. Okay. What does that put us at? All Heroes is here. Then we're going to grab our doubles. And then we'll count up how many that we have. I want Web Warrior doubles. I would love to have, and Guardians, like all the ones that we've missed, but specifically Web Warriors. I think Web Warrior doubles would be a lot of fun to have. Those would be cool promos. Go Web Warrior? Let's do it. Would magic work with Silk, shuffling a minion back into the encounter? It is after you defeat a minion, so you can shuffle him back in. So I think there's a little bit of an anti-synergy there because you want to defeat that minion so you can tuck the card. Caliban has Psionic and X Factor. Weird. Yeah. All the Guardian heroes, I believe, had Outlaw as... Oh, that's cool. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we got 8 slots left, which is plenty for us to run some minion stuff. I wish we had the soldier trait. Let's go ahead and grab ingenuity. Bring It could be interesting. Do we want any side schemes? I'm kind of vibing with a hand cannon. If we go hand cannon, that can help us take them out. Let's grab 2 hand cannons. Silk out here wielding hand cannons. It's also a tech upgrade, which we can ready with auto and draw a card. Could run. No, I don't want to run firepower. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 5 slots left. We probably want to run superpower training. She has a lot of really good upgrades, and so I feel like that's going to be relevant even if we do bottom deck it, because we probably would have had to have passed on one of those key upgrades. So let's grab a superpower training. We could go build support. I don't know if I love the build support here. I'm going to grab specialized. We're going to hold on to that. We're going to see how that happens. But the side schemes also work fairly well because of JJJ. Like we can clear the side schemes easily. And JJJ is not just an alter ego response, right? He just removes 2 threat. Yeah, we can just remove the 2 threat from a side scheme, which also we have Ancient Ritual, so we have that. So that'll be good. We could go spoiling for a fight. That's a ready. Or we could go looking for trouble to remove a threat from the main. We're just going to go ahead and run specialized and superpower. Let's go spoiling. Let's grab 2 copies of spoiling. I like that because she has so many upgrades that give her flexibility based on cards she has tucked. And so having a spoiling probably allows us to utilize multiple of those cards. And then we have 1 card left. Could grab the pig. Just looking, making sure that there's not an obvious thing that we need. Go Blood Rage. She has healing, right? What card am I thinking? She has an alter ego. Yeah, Albert Moon. Let's go Blood Rage. Blood Rage. After you defeat an enemy with a basic attack, we can exhaust and draw a card. We have a lot of card draw right now. It's gonna be something. And then when we flip down, we don't have a ton of confuse, but that's fine. This pops at what? 8. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? We've got a Hall of Heroes. We do need to flip down at some point. We may run an X just to have the ability to flip down. Let's grab an X. We'll run at 41. Then that's going to give us the ability to flip down a little bit more. Especially since that top end limit is, X is in my soldier deck, is only 8. Scares me. This is silly, but I wish there was a more thematically different cards that did the same thing for effects. Oh, nice. I see what you're saying. So like a ultra web shooter that does the same thing for hand cannon. I think there are a decent number of homebrew like re-themes, which is pretty cool. I played a deck, it was a Lord of the Rings deck, but it was an Eagles. The deck was built for me. It was Eagles plus something else, but it is rethemed into like fighter jets. And it was like, that's sick. That's really cool. But it was a custom type content thing. We got Worlds Collide. We're creating a separate game area for each player group. Hey, I'm the player group. Yep. Worlds Collide this caps out and we lose the game at 2. 2 threat here. We get threat when identities are defeated or the main scheme pops. Bad things happen. We've got Mischief and Mayhem. After resolving World Collide A, put a random avatar of Loki villain into play. So we got 4 of these, similar to our original Loki scenario. They're going to be popping in and out. So we'll roll a dice, figure out which one we got. That's 1. We got Loki the Miscreant. So this is a forced response. After you resolve a treachery, place a threat on the main scheme and 1 threat on a side scheme. When this villain would be defeated, place 5 shatter counters here and flip this card over instead. Shatter counters is how we're going to be dealing damage to our main Loki over here. Oh, I forgot about my threat dials. Nice. So Loki, God of Lies, has 20 hit points. And when he reaches half hit points, we flip him over and bad things start happening. Okay. Put each energy or synergy environment into play. So these are here. We're going to be placing counters. We can spin those counters for good effects. And then in standard mode, set intense focus. In expert mode, attach it to the avatar Loki. He gets +2 hit points and gains steady, and he's a +1/+1, meaning that he has 17 hit points. That's a 20. 17 hit points. We have 10. When a scheme would be completed, remove all threats from here and place 1 threat on Worlds Collide instead. When an identity would be defeated, change to alter ego, set its hit point value to 1, place 1 threat on Worlds Collide instead. Boom. Just thinking about my mass board Cyclone Aggression Quicksilver deck, and I think we could do Man on the Wall version of it with Captain America with a mass board shield. Oh, that's cool. Okay, no, Captain America Shield Toss is really good. No, Captain America's discard cards. I thought it was an X-costed card, and so I was like, oh shoot, you could Man on the Wall and hit every single one. But no, the Shield Toss is discard any number of cards, right? You can still bring it and stuff and like get those cards to discard, but I got really, really excited about that X-cost card there. No, that's not how that works. Dang it. Oh, that would have been so cool. But yeah, that would be cool. Bring it, draw the cards, and then mass Shield Toss just all of them. That'd be really cool. Alrighty, Cindy Moon, Ancient Ritual. After threat is placed here, if there's at least 10 threat here, remove 5 threat, and we're going to deal each player an encounter card. Loki, we have to deal with when we resolve treacheries. That will change based on each Loki, and it's probably my least favorite thing from an upkeep standpoint from this scenario, is that the Loki that changes just confuses me. All right, we got 6 cards. Let's do it. I don't know if I shuffled did I shuffle this deck? Yeah, I did, but we'll keep going. All righty. 2, 4, 6. Across the Spider-Verse, Energy, Smooth as Silk, Hand Cannon, and a Web of Life and Destiny on turn 1. Let's go. Alrighty, so Web of Life and Destiny we're obviously going to keep. I think we'll keep a Hand Cannon Energy and mulligan everything else. If we draw into something that's better to play than a Hand Cannon, we'll probably do it. I feel like Hand Cannon is something that I prioritize less so than a lot of her upgrades. But I want to hang on to the energy to pay for this just in case we do get something good. So we have 3 there. Got an Angela. A Eidetic Memory. I love it. And a Genius. Alrighty. We're very rich apparently. Cool. Let's flip up to Silk. Let's play a Web of Life and Destiny. No, you know what? First, let's go Angela. Let's play Angela because I don't remember what the win revealed effects are. That is a hand and a half, right? I don't remember what the win revealed effects are on some of these minions, and so if there's something that like I have to discard and upgrade, I don't want to deal with it. We got the Mangog. We could just, go straight up and take on Mangog turn 1. Any player in your pod can attack. When defeated, each group places 3 shattered counters on their avatar Loki and 1 synergy counter on one of their synergy environments. Place 2 threat on the Ancient Ritual when defeated. Same thing there. Scarab has Quick Strike. Drawing near. Grindel. When he attacks, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Place 3 shatter counters on. We have 6 attack, by the way. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how to... I want to take them out this round. And since we have a hand cannon, it's going to be 4, 6. And so I don't want to grab the Eagle, even though that the Eagle would be giving us a counter on Domineering Force. Or we just go Mangog and just have a field day with it. But straight up, what's the... Well, okay, Mangog is also not great because it has victory, so we don't get to tuck them. So let's grab Grindel here. I'm going to grab Grindel. And then, when defeated, we're going to place 3 shatter counters on Avatar Loki. Oh, actually, hold up. We can just gamify this like crazy. Because we can just eidetic memory Grindel back in and back in and back in and just continuously take him out and throw 3 shatter counters and then never take out Loki until we have built up, what would it be, 15 shatter counters, then we win the game. I tuck everything. I thought that there was going to be more of a strategy on what to tuck, but what I've kind of realized is that you just have to kind of tuck everything because there's so many ways to use the encounter cards. So that if, like, I think, like, if I ever do get into a situation, which is a great situation to be in, where I don't have enough counters, or I have too many cards to tuck, then I start tucking. In this scenario, probably God of Lies. I probably prioritize God of Lies. All right, Web of Life and Destiny. Energy will play Eidetic Memory, and then Genius will play a hand cannon. Angela will attack, and then we will Silk Hand Cannon to take out Grindel, and then tuck. Place 3 shatter counters here. And then we'll just Eidetic Memory Grindel in, and just add more shatter counters over and over again. I don't think I quite picked up on how good that could be. Okay, let's stand up. The other thing that I have done, if I have Eidetic Memory friendly, is if I have a like standard card that I don't care about as much, which is I've taken standard cards to prevent Dark Designs from hitting before. Madam Web, Spider Reflexes, beautiful. Outwit, Specialized Training, and Organic Webbing. I bought Silk, but I sort of skipped her because I find her a bit... She has a lot. I think like she gets a lot kind of easier to wrap your head around how she works when you're just like tuck anything and everything you can do. All the time, just do it. And then, yeah, then you got it. Okay, we're going to add 1 here. Loki is going to attack us for 3+8 boost card. I'm trying to figure out if I care. Do I just take the hit here? Because if I'm able to get Grindel back out, then we can take him out again with Angela. I would like to... I would like to play Madam Web. I would like to play Outwit. I would like to play Organic Webbing. I would like to play Specialized Training. I want to play all these cards. So I think we're going to take the hit, knowing that once we get Albert Moon, we can kind of just heal. I'm taking cards under her currently, and I'm not even playing nice. We're just going to take the hit. We have ways to heal, and then that gives us the option to Eidetic and then throw 3 Shatter Counters back on Loki to take out Grindel and keep Angela around for the next hit. So it's going to be 3. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each character you control. So that's going to be... goes up to 3. And we take 3 damage. Go down to 7. Then after you resolve a treachery. Sweet. Our encounter card is Dirty Trick, we're going to Eidetic Memory to swap. So when you reveal a card from the same encounter set as a card tucked under your identity, exhaust Eidetic Memory, swap those cards, reveal the card that was tucked under Silk instead. So instead of getting Dirty Trick, we're going to swap in Grendel, and now we have Grendel to take out again. Okay. My turn. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing and take out Grendel. I'm going to place 3 more Shatter counters here. And now whenever we take out Loki, we're dealing 11 damage. But I would like to continue kind of this ball and see if we can take out Grendel even more times. That could be kind of cool. This is a tough hand. We could play Specialized Training and one of the upgrades, or we could play Madam Web and nothing else. Fine with Silk, I took everything and use it for card draw until I get built out. Then I start choosing what to tuck strategically. Yeah. It's a good way to look at that. We could play Madam Web and hold one of these. Okay, so when we make a basic thwart, that's probably out. I think I like Organic Webbing. I also like Spider Reflexes. I think I prefer Organic Webbing just because I like the ready. So let's go Outwit, Spider Reflexes, and Specialize to play Madam Web. And after she enters play, look at the top X cards, where X is the number of Web Warrior cards you control. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Discard 1 and put the rest back in any orders. 1, 2, 3. We got the Mangog. Mangog is coming in hot. We can have Loki hit Angela. We have the Minotaur, which is only 4. We can have the Minotaur as our side scheme, and we're going to discard Between Two Worlds. So we're going to hit Mangog as our... Can we take out the Mangog? Probably not. Probably not worth trying to do. So we're going to grab the Mangog. There are not going to be 5 or more treacheries. Mangog is going to be our encounter card, which Angela is going to chump block. And then we're going to have a Minotaur, which does have toughness, which is annoying. We may swap it in for Grendel, but that's going to be what we do. And then Madam Web is going to thwart here. We could have thwarted an Ancient Ritual, but since we kind of know what we're going to be dealing with this encounter phase, we don't have to worry about that, and I'd rather just kind of keep this low. Actually, hold on. What if we jump with Web? We're going to jump with Madam Web, and then we have Angela, and we can swap in Grendel. Yeah. And then we can take out Grendel one more time. Sick. And then we get a card draw from Madam Web. Putting together that mess board. Aggression, Shield Toss for Captain America. What are the plausible card draws for Aggression and Basic? Like things that give you card draw. Bring It, Blood Rage, Avengers Mansion, Hall of Heroes. Ironheart, yeah. Yeah, that's fun. We're going to hold on to Organic and we'll stand up. JJJ, Spoiling for a Fight, Swinging Silk Kick. And Albert Moon. Okay, well, we have so many cards that I want to play. All right, we're going to add one here. Loki is going to attack. We're going to block with Madam Web. She's going to leave play, and then we are Web of Life and Destiny into a Sunfire. Our encounter card is a Minotaur, and we will Eidetic Memory to swap this with a Grendel. Hope Summers to pull out Heroic Intuition. I don't remember what Heroic Intuition is. Okay. What do we got here? We got Albert Moon. We can discard for JJJ if we wanted to. Loki would scheme for 2 plus a boost. If we go up to 3. Trying to figure out if we can flip down. I think it's worth it. Okay. So let's go ahead and Angela and then hand cannon with a silk to take out Grandel again. That's going to be 3 more shatter counters. So there's 9 damage. We're up to 14. Okay. Is there anything that we want to do while we're up? We could spoil. No, that'd be insane. I don't want to do that. Let's flip down to Cindy. Let's use Spoiling and Swinging Silk Kick to play Albert Moon. Albert Moon will go ahead and heal Cindy for 3. We're going to discard Dirty Trick and draw 2 cards using her... Stop that. I'm going to start doing this. Discard Dirty Trick and draw 2 cards, which we got a Hobie and a Spoiling. I think we'll probably hang on to Hobie. And we will... I want to play Organic Webbing, but I feel like the pacing of the game has been fine without Organic Webbing. So let's go ahead and use these 3 to play JJJ. And then we could go get the Scoop, but I'm going to remove 2 from here. I don't know if I need to get the Scoop. We're going to hang on to Hobie because he's going to be a lot of damage that we can throw at Loki as well as card draw in the future. And we're going to stand up. Fearless Determination. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a superpower. That's cool. Nice. Yeah. And there's Ghost Spider. That's nice. And there's Otto. Good. Okay. Hall of Heroes. That's when you want to draw it after we've taken Grandel out 3 times. And wow, cool. Jeez. Okay, I found the allies. I found all my allies, team. Dang. Alrighty. Sick. That's really funny. Let's go ahead and add a threat. Loki's going to scheme for 2. 3 takes us to 6. And our encounter card is Silk Sense Overload. When a card would be tucked under your identity by a player card effect, tuck it under here. There are 2 tuck cards. You can discard this card, or we remove it from the game if there are 3. Love to see a Hobie hero. That'd be interesting. Have you all seen, there's a video that breaks down like the animation techniques that they use in Across the Spider-Verse, and I guess spoiler alert if you haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse, but I think it's been out for a while. Hobie's in Across the Spider-Verse, but one of the animation techniques that they use is that they animate Hobie on different frames than everybody else, and so he looks a little different because he is like so like, you know, fight the system stuff. So it's like a really cool way to implement that, I thought. Alrighty, let's go Albert Moon to tuck the top card, which is an Under Fire. And then we will choose to discard this card to draw 2 cards, which is Wall Crawl and Spider Woman. Okay, we got all of our cards now. Let's go. JJJ will go ahead and remove 2 threat from Ancient Ritual. We'll flip up to Silk. Go Spider Woman and Ghost Spider? What do we think about that? I don't know if I need Hall of Heroes. Hobie is a lot of damage, which I think I'm kind of at this point just stalling out and waiting to get shatter counters, and so we can only flip him once. So I don't know if I need the damage right now. A spider would be kind of nice. Spider girl. Yeah, let's just drop this and ping some damage and go for it. So let's go Spider Woman. We deal 1 damage to an enemy. And then we're going to go Ghost Spider. Ping a damage to an enemy. Oh, actually under fire would be tucked here. And so I'm going to have tossed the Minotaur instead. Oops. That's a stun. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and just take this down to 3. We will probably have Ghost Spider block, just to make sure that we can get a card. I guess we'll see what we draw. We're gonna have a fairly thin deck here, 2, 4, 5. But we should have an identity. I know there's at least a Swinging Silk Kick, which is right there. Tank. I was like, I know there's at least one of those, but I'm pretty sure we've only seen 1 Wall Crawl. Yeah, so we can go grab a Wall Crawl. We'll be good. So we got Spider-Man, Claws, Ingenuity on the turn we flip up, of course. I feel like Spider Claws is going to be decent to get down. X actually would work out pretty well here as well, just because that's going to allow us to flip down. And then hopefully, nope, we skipped on Holy Heroes. That's fine. Let's go up to 4. Loki is going to attack. We'll block with Ghost Spider. It's going to be 3. Take 1 indirect damage for each character you control. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Take me down to 8. Then Ghost Spider leaves play. We're going to trigger her Interrupt to go grab... Ooh, Smoothest Silk, actually. I'm going to grab Smoothest Silk. And then we get to draw a card, because that's going to give me more cards to tuck. And I don't really need Walk Roll. Draw a card, which is Swing... Oh, there's a 3rd Swinging Silk Kick. I knew that. Is chat working part? I think so, right? Nice. Our encounter card is Stories and Lies. Swap the avatar Loki villain with a random set-aside avatar of Loki. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got Loki the Knife. He's going to scheme with +1 scheme. Oh, well, we popped the main. That's tough. So Loki the Knife. After you resolve a treachery, deal 1 damage to your identity and 1 damage to an ally you control. Alrighty, so this is tough. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's eidetic memory this. Silly. Silly, silly. We got Grendel back. Just kidding. Yep, Grendel's back. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. So Loki is still out there. We did not resolve a treachery, so we're good. Shield Toss is also superpower. I don't think I knew that. That's cool. Nice. Okay. I kind of want to get... Spider-Man out? No, we'll play Spider Claws. So if we get Spider-Man out, that's a ping damage. We got another attack from Silk. Or, yeah. Spider-Man can... No. We eidetic memory. Eidetic memory is so good. Eidetic memory is so good. I think Spider-Man coming out, pinging Grendel. We have Spider Woman. That can hit for 2. That would take him to 3. And then Silk with the Spider Claws can take him out. Spider-Man can thwart. Yeah, I think that's kind of the route that we take. So let's go these 3 for Spider-Man. We'll ping a damage here on Grendel. We're going to use Swinging Silk Kick and Ingenuity to play Spider Claws. We got Spider-Woman attacking here for 2. And then we're going to Silk with the Spider Claws, getting +1 because it shares the same encounter set here for 3 total to take Grendel out. And then we will tuck Grendel and place 3 shatter counters here. So we take Grendel out one more time. We take Loki out, we win the game. That's kind of cool. Spider-Man will thwart 2 here, which will ready Silk. Silk will go ahead and punch Loki for 2. Take him down to 13. JJJ will clear Ancient Ritual. Let's stand up. We got Throg, Wall Crawl, Strength, Blood Rage, and Superpower Training. Yeah, JJJ with these side schemes are also really, really good. Played Catharsis finally, kind of like Dice Throne mixed with Marvel. Oh, the game cost so much for my girlfriend, and the game is so unpolished, and we look back online for answers and we get nothing. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry about that. Add 1 here. Loki is going to attack. I think we take it. I'm going to take 3. Either place 3 threat on Ancient Ritual or gets +3. We'll place 3 threat. And we take 3 damage. Our encounter card, Evil Alliance. Place 3 counters on Pursued by the Past. We'll tuck that. Oh, shoot. I have completely missed Silk Sense. I'm going to say... I think swap the cards doesn't tuck, but I do think that Grendel would now be here. And then I'm going to have discarded this, so we lose our access to Grendel. But yeah, I missed that. That's too bad. But yeah, so I think we can still swap. It's just that when I took out Grendel, it would go away, or I would have the chance. But I mean, like we're rushing through this deck, so I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, Grendel would go under the obligation. Good catch, Mark. Yes. So Grendel went under there. We discarded, and now we have to figure out our engine again. I need 3 more shatter counters somehow. Top card is Drawing Near. Alrighty. Oh no, it's our last card. Get the scoop. So we've got Morlin. He gets +1 for each encounter card tucked under your identity. Discard each copy of Hunting Spider Bite tucked under each identity. And we got the Great Hunt. Place 1 additional threat here for each card tucked under each identity, which is going to be 2. So that comes in with 4. And these get shuffled in. And we got an encounter card. That's bad. That's not great. Don't love it. Okay. This gets shuffled up. I think we leave Drawing Nearer. I think we can probably beat out Drawing Nearer before it hits us again. All right. What are we looking at? Okay. Let's go strength to play Throg. We are engaged with the minion, so we'll get a tough status card here. That feels good. Let's go. Let's do a Throg attack for 2 here. A Spider Woman attack for 2 here. Which she has 2 damage, so she can't do that, actually. I guess she could. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack for 2. I forgot to give her a damage, but she's going to leave play. I'm going to Web of Life and Destiny into a Smoothest Silk. Okay. And then Silk is going to take out Morlin. And we will tuck Morlin here. We got JJJ and Spider-Man to clear the Great Hunt. We don't get to tuck it because we did not defeat it. And then we're going to ready Silk. Okay. Let's Smoothest Silk Loki. Okay, so we've got Harv's Geller. So this would be our the card that we need to swap in with Eidetic. So if we draw a God Elias, we'll swap in Harv's Geller or Eagle or however you pronounce it. And then we'll be able to take him out, which would be the 3 shatter counters, and then we're ready to take on Loki. Okay, cool. Let's use Wall Crawl to play Superpower Training, which will come in with 3. We can JJJ that here soon. We're going to Silk 1 here. Take it down to 2 so that JJJ can clear it next time. Yeah, that's super frustrating. That they just send you to a Discord where they're like, yeah, we messed up. Yeah, that's no fun. All right, let's stand up. We got a Throg Chump here, so we should be good. Got Spider Reflexes, Swinging Silk, X, Specialized. Well, that's kind of exciting. And Madam Web. We're going to go 1 here. Loki is going to attack us for 3. We'll block with a Throg. Plus 2 GGs. Okay. 2 encounter cards. We got Nowhere is Safe. Place a pursuit counter. Then we'll discard a upgrade or a support we control. Go Albert Moon. Hunting the Spider Bride. Surge. When revealed, if you have 4 tuck cards on your identity, discard one of those cards at random. Tuck this card under your identity. Alrighty. Draw player card effects. Discard this card under an identity. They take 2 damage. Alrighty. So we'll reroll a 5 or 6. Dang it. That's too bad. Alrighty. Well, we'll continue on. We could have swapped that with Morlin. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we're going to have Eidetic Memory swap that with Morlin. I didn't even remember that he was under there. I need to spread these out a little bit more. So now we have Morlin. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Discard, get the scoop, place 1 here. Okay. There's a couple of things that I want to do. I want to discard superpower training, or I want to clear superpower training. I think I want to play specialized training. Then I can play Professor X and JJJ specialized training, and Spider-Man can clear specialized training. That would give me a +1 attack, which would be pretty good, and a card draw. Spider-Man is also going to get a card draw because he's going to trigger a response. X is going to confuse Loki, which is nice, and then we're going to be able to. The main will be but he'll be confused, so we'll be fine. I think I like that. Okay. So I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll JJJ to clear superpower training. And then that's going to go get us organic webbing. We're going to get organic webbing. No, do the entire deck. Dang. That's going to give us a ready, which will be really nice. Okay. We are then going to what did I think I could play specialized training? I guess we can. Let's go Madam Web for a specialized training. It's going to come in with 5. Silk is going to I guess punch here for 2. Or I guess 3 technically. It doesn't really matter. But 3. Spider-Man is going to thwart this down to 3. Spider-Man is going to leave play and we will draw into a Hobie. Okay. Spider-Man also ready Silk. We're going to use a Spider Reflexes, Swinging Silk, and a Spider-Man Hobie to play Professor X. That's going to confuse Loki. X is going to clear Specialized Training, which is going... Oh, I forgot to grab Combat Training. Combat Specialist. So we get +1 attack. Oops, sorry about that. Then after we attack, we get to draw a card. So we will go ahead and attack Morlun, which will discard this. It's not a player card, so we don't take the damage, and we'll tuck Morlun. Okay, let's catch up on my tokens. We got 1 here. We're exhausted. Combat Specialist we just triggered, and we're going to draw into a spoil. That seems dangerous, right? That seems dangerous, but it could be kind of cool. We're 5 health. We have 2 activations. Okay. Let's think about this. So we have spoiling for a fight. If we discard a minion, put that minion into play engaged with you, ready your hero. If we hit a... What would be bad is if we hit an Ancient Ritual minion, but I think we can still take him out with 2 activations because we have an Organic Webbing as well as... Yeah, let's do it. Let's go spoiling for a fight. Discard cards. We got a Draugr Buddy. Discards the top of the encounter deck. If it's a Treachery, deal this to us as a face-down encounter card. Okay. That's fine. We get to ready Silk. We will attack and take him out. We'll discard the top card. It's Malakath. We're going to discard Evil Alliance and tuck this bro under our thing there. Okay. Okay. So we could ready and thwart. No, he's confused. We should be fine. I think when Evil Alliance hit, I never did the threat. So I'm going to go ahead and retroactively add that threat because Loki, whenever we resolve a treachery, we have to do that threat. What's organic webbing? We'll discard. Moreland to ready, and we'll thwart 2 here. You have a +1 attack and a +1 thwart right now. Okay. Let's stand up. We've got Ingenuity. It's kind of nice. Spoiling. Spider Girl. Smooth as Silk. And a Genius. Beautiful. Go 1 here. We'll block with X. It's going to be a lot of damage. There goes X. And then our encounter card is Aurora of Stasis. We will Eidetic Memory this for Harves, the Eagle. Eagle! Okay, beautiful. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards. If a treachery was discarded this way, take 2 indirect damage. 1, 2, 3. A treachery was discarded, so we will take 2 indirect damage. Nice. Okay. So we can attack for 3, 4, 5, 6 onto the Eagle. But first, let's just smooth a Silk onto a Loki. We'll tuck Laufey. Beautiful. We will go ahead and attack using a Spider's Claws. So we get +4 to take him out there. We'll discard Aurora of Stasis. Place 3 shatter counters. So at this point, when we flip Loki, we will deal 20 damage and win the game. So that's nice. And 1 synergy environment on the Domineering Force, which is a additional attack. So that's interesting. Okay. We'll Combat Specialist to draw into a hand cannon. So if we spoil, we're going to attack for 3. 5. Organic webbing, we can attack for 3 more. That'd be 8. I think it's just worth flipping down and figuring it out next turn. Let's JJJ, take this down to 2. Let's organic web and get rid of the little minion to ready, and we'll thwart here for 2. Is there anything? There's nothing really, so I'm going to flip down and draw some cards, and hopefully we can get Albert Moon. Let's see in the top part of our discard pile. Yeah, dang it, never mind. We also have a +4 here. Actually, hold on. So we have 13 damage. We can deal 5 with the hand cannon. 9. We can do 12 damage. We can do 12 damage. And then Spider Girl. No, but we can't play everything. Okay, we can get it next turn. That's fine. We'll flip down to Cindy. We'll discard a Laufey to draw to an Angela and a Swinging Silk Kick. Sweet. Got a Genius to play a hand cannon. We've got Spoiling and a Angela to play an Ingenuity. And we'll stand up. Okay. Got Spider Girl, which we will toss. We've got Swinging Silk Kick, Outwit, Energy. I never did the Pursuit by the Past again. So we'll just do that card. I don't think it matters. Spider-Man and a Ghost Spider. We'll add a threat. We are Confused. Encounter card, Hunting the Spider Bride. If you have 4 cards stuck in your identity, we're going to tuck this, and then we will surge into a Dark Designs, which will bring out Morlun again. I think if Morlun's tucked, he doesn't get brought back out, but that's fine. Morlun does not have guard, so I think we have lethal here. We should be fine. On our turn, yeah, we'll flip up to Silk. We will make a basic attack with a Spider Claw for 3, 4, 5. Take him down to 8. Combat Specialist will draw us into a Sunfire. We got a Energy and a Outwit for a Swinging Silk. Deals 7 damage. We'll discard a Harvsgeller to deal 2 additional damage, so that's 9 damage. That's going to take Loki out. When Loki is defeated, place 5 shatter counters here, so 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20 shatter counters. Shatter the Illusion, which says that we're going to remove each shatter counter and deal that much damage to Loki, God of Lies, which takes Loki down to 0 health. I think I do like Enchantress more than Loki. I feel like Loki can be gamed a little bit. Oh, you're totally good, Wikipedia. You're fine. I feel like he can be gamed a little bit. Like there, and like to be fair, a lot of that gamification did come from Silk, who just her entire thing is gamifying the game. But like you can just sit there and stall out and then just build up shatter counters. I wish there was like a maximum amount of damage you could deal to Loki. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was really good. Grabbing Eidetic Memory on turn 1 and then being able to swap in something that gave us 3 counters every single time we took it out, and we were able to just continuously and like just take it out. That was really solid. That was really good. So nice. Very cool. Nice. Well, there you go. There's Silk. Just absolutely kind of obliterating Loki. I like Silk. Silk is a lot of fun. And her minion summoning stuff is really good too. Especially because like we never even played Hall of Heroes, but if you had Hall of Heroes, every single time you use Eidetic to swap in a minion that you can easily take out, you get to fuel Hall of Heroes and just continuously draw. It's a fun engine right there. Cool. Nice. Well, yeah. There you go. That is going to be it for today. I think we'll be back either Monday or Tuesday. It kind of depends on how I feel after my bike ride tomorrow, and see if I need another. Oh, we also had Domineering Force for 4 more damage. That's insane. You're gonna go get some more coffee. You want any? Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole thing where I'm not here when you get back. But yeah, so depending on how the bike ride goes tomorrow, there's something else that I have to do on Monday, but maybe I don't. I don't know. I'll post the schedule on Sunday, and that will determine whether or not we're playing Champions on Monday or Tuesday. So if you're following me on YouTube, just make sure to check that community page, and then also like I'll go ahead and schedule all of the live streams, and so you can kind of see them as upcoming streams on YouTube as well there. So that's kind of the plan, is either Monday or Tuesday to hit some more Champions. And I'm hoping to get a Final Girl stream. Oh geez. I'm hoping to get a Final Girl stream in next week as well. So I think that's kind of the goal. But yeah. Hope everyone just has such a great weekend. Hope everyone stays safe and enjoys, if it is as beautiful as weather as it is here. Hope you enjoy the weather. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace.